I know many people might criticize me for the story I'm about to share, but I'm still a young lady who just wants to impress her dad. I'm a 20-year-old girl and a student. 3 months ago, my sister introduced me to a friend of hers who is also a customer. Honestly, at that time, I wasn't thinking about a relationship. I was depressed and just needed something to distract myself. So I told my sister to go ahead and link us up. Hey love, welcome to another story time. If you're new here, my name is Benary Bello and you're welcome to this channel. On this channel, we grow, we have fun, and we talk about important topics. So do well to join this family. Click on the subscribe button. Also click on the notification button so you get notified whenever we post a new video. Without further ado, let's get right into the story. On our first meeting, this guy told me he wanted to have sex with me, which was a red flag for me. However, he said that even if we didn't have sex that night, we would eventually do it and it wouldn't change anything. I later accepted. His older sisters are even my friends and I buy things from them sometimes. I didn't want his sisters to hear about us because I didn't know how they would feel about our relationship. So on our first meeting, we had sex. After that, I felt like I had no feelings for him anymore because he literally turned me off. But he has been texting me since that night just to keep in touch. And I have to say that that was very nice of him. We planned to meet several times, but I kept giving him excuses. I later agreed after a week. I went over to his house, and this time everything happened naturally. That was when I became obsessed with this guy. School time was approaching, and finally the day came for me to leave. I left for school, but I came back 2 days later because I was missing him. At some point, I had to give my dad excuses. My mom was cool, so she didn't say much, even though she was worried. One day, I went to the sister shop to fix my lashes, and I gathered the courage to tell her I was dating her brother. She sounded happy for us. Her sister is very good to me, and honestly, I love her. Our family are friends too, so it was easy for us. My relationship with the guy was perfect, but I've been trying to make everything go smoothly. He has anger issues, which I've learned to deal with. He sometimes talks to me harshly and uses excuses that he's just being honest. I once asked him a question because I wasn't feeling comfortable in the relationship, and he got really furious and asked us for a breakup. I begged him because I wasn't ready for that mental breakdown, even though I knew nothing good could come out of that relationship. So I decided to stay with him until I could detach myself. I've tried a detachment method a couple of times and it has worked for me. So I wanted to use it again. A few weeks passed and I complained about him not treating me well. He broke up with me again and blocked me. I had to text him to unblock me. At that point, I felt I was begging for love, but because I loved him so much, I wanted to stay until I could detach myself. We got back together and I went to his place that same day. Weeks later, I was feeling feverish and my face looked pale. So I decided to go to the pharmacy for malaria test, which came back positive. The nurse there gave me some malaria medicines. I took all of it and I still felt the same. I texted this guy's sister to tell her what was wrong with me. That is when I realized that it had been 5 days since the day I was supposed to see my period, but I haven't seen it. His sister asked me to take a pregnancy test. I did, and it came back positive. I was happy and sad at the same time because all my life I thought I couldn't get pregnant since I have never been pregnant before. My mom has always told me that if I ever get pregnant, I should keep the child. But at this point, I couldn't disappoint my dad because I'm my dad's pride. He would be very devastated if he found out I was pregnant. I told his sister and I asked her for help. Why not your sister? I told her not to tell her brother, which I know she wouldn't do. I didn't want to stress him out. I planned to take care of it myself because he's always depressed and I didn't want to add to his problems. His sister helped me and I started bleeding. I thanked her and she showed me what to do to avoid complication. I thanked her again because she was a lifesaver. Why didn't you go to your sister? I bled for about a week and then stopped, so I thought I was done. I went to visit the guy again. I told him I nearly got pregnant and that we had to develop the habit of using protection, but I didn't tell him I got pregnant and terminated it. So we had sex. After that, he went to take a shower and I noticed he was checking his sheets. That was when it hit me and I started asking myself questions. After that day, he didn't text or call me. I texted him, and that was when he asked me why I was on my period and came over to his place. I told him I was sorry and that I thought I had finished. I begged him several times and we were fine. On Sunday, he called and asked me where I was. I told him I was at the beach with my sister. All this time, my sister didn't know any of this. He told me to let him know when I got back. I texted him in the evening and he asked if I was ready to wash the sheets. I asked him that because I stained them, so I have to be the one to wash them. He got angry and I asked him if I had said anything wrong. He said no, but then he said our relationship wasn't going to work, so we should break up. I begged him and cried. Ha! But he was heartless and wouldn't listen to anything I had to say. I called his sister and went to meet her to ask if she had told her brother anything. And she said no, which I believed. She then mentioned that 3 days ago, her sister had been using her phone, so she might have read our messages and told him. I just wanted him to understand that I did all this to protect him from depression. I didn't want to tell him because I thought it would break him down. Right now, I'm bleeding and suffering from heartbreak. I need your opinion and that of your followers on this. Please, am I the asshole for not telling him before terminating the pregnancy? Ha! Baby girl, you're 22, first of all. Nah, this is not close to anything you should be doing right now. Okay. I've been 22 before. I know so many 22-year-olds, and this is not what you should be doing. I'm so sorry for everything that you're going through, the depression and all that. But this guy is such a big red flag, and he's not even the one for you. And even if you had even told him about the pregnancy, he would have most likely asked you to abort it. He doesn't love you, he's not interested in you. The first time you guys met, all he wanted was sex, and frankly, that's all he wants from you. See the way he's behaving to you, see the way he's behaving, see the way he's acting towards you, see the way he treats you. He couldn't even wash a period stain for you. Girl, you do so much for him. You try to protect him and went through all this stage of abortion, which you shouldn't have gone through all by yourself, even if you wanted to go through it, something like that. You could have done it with the person that got you pregnant, with your partner, with your boyfriend. He's not just a random person in your life. You didn't have to go through that alone. But you did that because you didn't want him to be depressed. You're looking out for him. You care for him. You love him. You came back from school 2 days after you went to school, which actually was not the wise thing to do. But you did that because you had feelings for him. And he's not even doing anything for you. All he's just doing is having sex with you when it's convenient. This guy doesn't love you. He's using you. Please look for ways to heal. Treat yourself of the depression that you're going through. Love yourself, okay? Find yourself, because you sound really, really lost. You're always begging for this guy to take you back. You're not telling your sister what you're supposed to be telling your sister. You're telling the wrong sister. That was the wrong sister to have gone to. In fact, going to a friend would have been a lot more better, 10 times better than going to his sister. And definitely his sister told him. His sister told him. See, I don't know who is watching right now, but his sister, the sister of your boyfriend or your husband, is not going to love you more than her brother. Even if she does, at the end of the day, she's going to pick her brother over you. Okay? You should have told your sister or a friend. So sorry for what you're going through. You said you're still bleeding. Please, I think you need to go and see a doctor properly. You probably need to tell your mother. You said she's cool and all that. She even wants you to have the baby. So maybe you should tell your mother, tell your sister. They need to take you to the hospital to check this thing, so you be sure you don't have any complication. You're still bleeding. And after like 1 week, that's not right. I don't know so much about abortions, but please, you need to go to a doctor. Bleeding for that long is not natural. Over to you guys. What advice do you have for this girl? Thanks so much for watching. You can scroll through the playlist to watch other videos. You're going to enjoy them. Also, my loves, please let me know if you would prefer me to add, short stories that are not very long. Maybe like add them together, maybe 2 stories in one video or 3 stories in one video, depending on how short they are. instead of just making 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minute videos sometimes, because I know that you guys would like to like sit and just binge watch some of this video, like watch it for a long time when you're doing something, you're eating, you're cooking or whatever. So yeah, let me know about that as well. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you get notified whenever I post a new video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye. See you in the next video. Mwah, mwah. I love you guys.